We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of News in Motion. We back, and we better than ever before. We back in News in Motion. Are you ready for some more? Let's go, y'all. What's up? It's your boy Isaiah Jones. Welcome y'all back to News in Motion. I know the month break was longer than anybody expected it to be. For real, it felt like time was moving slower than a snail, y'all. I'm telling you, but we are back here at News in Motion, your daily relevant commentary from Monday through Thursday here at 7:25 a.m. Or if you're catching the replay, whether it's in the afternoon, the evening, the nighttime, we are back and we are better than ever. It is so good to be back. I see y'all coming up in here, coming in through YouTube, through Facebook. If y'all just keep coming in, y'all, because we missed y'all. I hope y'all missed us. And a lot has just happened. So, let us know what you did over the month break. I know I'm ready. Miss Gail Deli is ready. So y'all know what we do. Let's get this news in motion, y'all. Let's go.
What's up, everyone? We are back. Oh my gosh, I missed you all. But I did have a great break, and it did seem pretty long. But I am so glad to be back. I see you all rolling up in here. Shout out to Kim Edmondson, who got the memo, and Jeffrey Allen James. YouTube, y'all, YouTube. If you have not already subscribed to the YouTube, go to youtube.com/Gail Dudley and subscribe and join us there. We're going to slow walk you. We were just not going to show up on Facebook today. We wanted to make sure that we included everyone, but that's what we're pushing you all to. We're pushing you all to YouTube. So don't miss that. So I see all of you coming up in here. Let me see how many people I can grab. I see Rosanna, Marion, Dr. Antoinette, good morning to you. Deborah Sneed, Marion Jackson, Deborah Johnson's in the room, Hester Jackson, Patricia Lyles, y'all, she's back. Who else do I have in here? I'm trying to get all the names. I see you, Yvonne, what's up? Good morning to you. I think I was grabbing as many as I can. Some people probably like, are they back yet? What's happening? Leah, I see you coming up in here as well. Good morning to you. Good morning. Kim Edmondson said, y'all come on over to YouTube. Come on over to YouTube. Listen, it was a much needed break. I needed every moment of it. I am glad to be back. I have some clarity. Not to give you the inspirational message in the beginning, but if you just listen and you are in tune to what God is speaking to you, everything is perfect and it will work out right on time. Y'all, the clarity has been phenomenal. What's up, Pastor Alex? I see you. Dr. Annette Jackson, I see y'all coming up in here. Y'all, the clarity, the understanding, the discernment, the wisdom, just all of that came together in my amazing break. It has been just awesome. I see you, Cherie. What's up? It has just been awesome. But I did miss you. And I must say, it took a lot to restrain me because the news cycle was straight fire. I was like, all of this cannot be jumping off why in a break. If y'all remember when we were taking our last day and breaking, I was sharing with you all that the indictment wouldn't come until the end of April. They just messed up everybody in the press room because all of a sudden that afternoon, if y'all remember, the indictment came. I was like, what is happening right now? Then we had the Tennessee 2. Then we had the Supreme Court. Then we had Clarence Johnson. Oh my gosh, it just kept rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. And I kept having to tell myself, it's okay. They can see the news for themselves. You don't have to jump in there. But that's how much I was missing all of you because I wanted to jump in, but I had to restrain myself and say, no, this is a break. So after about a week, it took me about a week, I had to cut off the news. I said, cut off all the alerts, just everything, and just chill. And I made it. I survived. So y'all, with that clarity, today is May. Hello, May. Today is May the 1st, 2023. I am your host, Gail Dudley, and I'm so glad to be back. This smile should say it all. I'm so revived. Just everything is just going well in this season. So thank you for allowing me to spend a little bit of part of your day with you. Now, we did some refining of some things as well. So for those of you who are new to the digital platform and for the returning viewers, we have updated our mission statement as we're going into this election season, which actually starts today. I know you're thinking, no, we just finished 2022 midterm election. Well, y'all, it looks like the slate is coming together. We're just still waiting on Ron DeSantis to jump in, but I don't know. Mickey Mouse may have him in a chokehold right this moment, so he may or may not jump in the race. But it looks like the slate is set and things are happening. And so News in Motion, we had to look at what are we really doing and where are we really going and how are we going to best get there. So I got to still read this because I don't have it to memory yet. But News in Motion is a media outlet that provides citizens with the opportunity to become more engaged in civic life through headline news, voter education, and a call to action, all with an inspirational message. It is a grassroots movement designed to empower and motivate through informative and engaging content. You'll hear me say that more and more. We'll get this posted on all of our platforms that you can see it. But y'all, this right here brought everything together with who we are and what we are doing, at least going into the 2024 election. Now, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube, please visit youtube.com/Gail Dudley today and subscribe. We do not want you to miss any episode. And believe me, you may tune in one day like, where's News in Motion? We're over on YouTube. So if that happens to you, that's what's going on. As I'm talking about this, y'all, volunteers are needed. News in Motion has joined other organizations around the U.S. for a need of voter registration volunteers. Y'all, beginning today, News in Motion, along with many, many other organizations, are beginning to register people to vote. I had to give a goal, and I gave our goal. It's a crazy goal, but I believe we can do it collectively. When I looked at our landscape and everything that we're doing, I said, we can get this done. So I set a goal. Some may say it's low. Others of you may say it's high, of 5,000 new registrants per month. So, and that will go through September 2024. Now, y'all, as of April the 12th, and this was a fact that was on my Instagram, if you followed, I believe it was also on the News in Motion page on Facebook as well, 11,000 teens turn 18 years old each day. By November 2024, we can have 6 million new voters, but we have to educate them and get them registered to vote. I see you, Regina Shorts, coming in here. I see you coming in here. So y'all, we can do this. So we're looking for volunteers. We'll give you all the training that you need to go out and do it. But that's where we're starting. That's where we are. That's our focus. Before I get into the recap, I want to bring in Isaiah Jones. Y'all, I told Isaiah when I entered the green room that I missed him significantly. I missed my nephew. I missed Kenny. I missed Deborah. I missed Christina. I missed everybody. But we all decided that the break was needed. So come on in here, Isaiah. Y'all, Isaiah's going to fill in for Kenny. Kenny wasn't able to join us this morning. He's still on break. He will be back on Thursday. But Isaiah's going to give us a quick recap before I go into the recap of the past month of the news. So take it over, Isaiah. So glad to see you.
So glad to see you. It's good to be back. Welcome back, everybody. Like Miss Gail Daly said, I will be taking in for Mr. Kenny Stanley, and I will be talking about the NFL draft. First off, gotta give my shout out to my favorite team, Pittsburgh Steelers. We got some picks. Man, this past draft. Like we were stacking up. We continued some legacies too. We got some family ties in the Steelers. So of course, everybody's going to be talking about Bryce Young, CJ Stroud. I thought CJ Stroud would be going to the Panthers and Bryce Young would be going to the Texans. But the NFL said, we're gonna flip the script on y'all real quick. We're gonna send Bryce Young to the Panthers and CJ Stroud to the Texans. So I'm interested to see how that goes. The Panthers and the Texans, they definitely got some good picks as well. And also shout out to quarterback Anthony Richardson from Florida. He got drafted by the Colts. And I believe Will Levis got picked on the second day by the Titans. I see Jeffrey Allen James said Roll Tide forever. Alabama got some good players. You can never go wrong picking a player from Alabama, LSU, Ohio State, of course, Michigan. I'm trying to think what else. Florida has some good players too. But when you think of top prospects going into the NFL draft, you think of your Alabamas, your Oklahomas, your Ohio States, LSU's, Clemson. You can't forget Clemson. Clemson has some dogs on there too, and Georgia as well. My mama in here, Latrice Jones, says 3 black quarterbacks in the first round. Actually, in the top 5 picks, the 3 black quarterbacks were chosen in the top 5 picks of the draft. So that is in fact historic. Also historic, Lamar Jackson got paid. It's about time. I don't know what took so long, but Lamar finally got paid. And he has some weapons. He has some weapons on the offense. The Baltimore Ravens also signed Odell Beckham, I believe, to a 3-year deal. 3-year, $250 million deal. I believe that's what it is. And they also picked up wide receiver Zay Flowers from the draft. So Lamar is going to have some weapons outside of Mark Andrews. So the AFC North is looking pretty good. Like I said before, Pittsburgh Steelers picked up Joey Porter Jr., son of Joey Porter, who was a linebacker back in the day for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We also picked up Broderick Jones to help out with the offensive line. So it's a good day. It's a good day in the AFC North. It's a good day for football. It's just a good day all in general. Glad Lamar finally got his money. He deserves it. Listen, for someone who is an anonymous MVP in the league, yes, you should definitely pay that man. He is your franchise QB. He negotiated by himself, no agent fee. And the crazy thing about it is he made his mom his agent. So most of his fees or any agent fees that he would have had, it now goes to his mother. So, shout out to Lamar Jackson for that. Making sure that his mom gets her dues. And also in other news, the NBA playoffs are still going on, y'all. I know the 76ers had a clean sweep against I want to say the Brooklyn Nets. And we're heading into the semifinals or the round 2s. So who do you think is going all the way in the NBA championships, y'all? Let me know in the comments down below. I just want to come on here, give y'all a little show time with, prime time with Isaiah. It's good to be back. My sister said the Warriors. Now, the Warriors are a dynasty. I will say this. The Warriors are a dynasty. You got the big 3 in the Warriors. You got your Curry, you got Thompson, and you got Draymond. As long as those 3 are on the same page and they healthy, and Draymond can stay out of trouble and not step on people, and, fight on the court, they should be fine. They should be all right. So with that being said, it's good to be back. I missed y'all, all of y'all, so much, and I'm going to throw it back to Miss Gail Deli for more headline news.
Thank you so much for stepping in at the last minute. I love how we can do that and jump in. So thank you, Isaiah. Thank you. And you all will hear more from him over these next 3 months. Isaiah, along with Fred Jones, hello, hope you're there. We're going to make sure we're going to keep to our promise. So in June, it's going to be all about the men. It's going to be all about the men during the month of June. So Isaiah is going to be heading that up along with his dad. Fred Jones. Thank you again. Thank you. All right, y'all, I want to pick up because some of you were asking questions in the inbox message. So if you want to volunteer under the News in Motion when it comes to voter registration, just send us an email. Send that to newsinmotionwithgail@gmail.com, and we will get you all the registration information that you need to sign up to become a volunteer for voter registration. Again, our goal is 5,000 new voters per month, beginning this month, going all the way. I think some of them will start ending mid-September 2024. So we're going to take it all the way to the last day to register to vote in 2024, depending upon your state. So we all know that those are all different. So that's how you can sign up to say, hey, I want to volunteer. We just want to get all of these people registered. Something else that we're doing with voter registration under the News in Motion and the Ready Media LLC is to try to get corporations, especially stores and restaurants, those that are ran by small business owners, Black and brown people. We want to get them to have something at their register to put in their bags or whatever, encouraging them to vote. So if you want to be that organization, let us know. We will type up everything for you and get that out there, so that's not an expense on your end. Yeah, y'all, that's where we're going. That's the kind of clarity I received over my month break. I saw Davia pop in here. I saw some, let's see who else was in here. Davia popped in here. George Sanders popped in here as well. So good morning to you. All right, y'all, we got a lot of news to cover to recap. But before I do that, let me give you some of the national days, and we don't have Lexi with us today, but National Hurricane Preparedness Week is all this week. There's a lot. Hey, Davia. National Building Safety Month is the month of May, and I'm going to go through each of these proclamations that were signed by the president. National Foster Care Month, that is happening this month as well. National Mental Health Awareness Month is also happening. National Physical Fitness and Sports Month is happening as well. Yeah, there are others. Law Day is actually today in the USA. There's a lot going on with immigration and immigration reform with that. Y'all have so many of these press releases. It's amazing. I told you about National Mental Health Awareness Day. There's others, and I'm going to pull them out throughout this week to make sure we get all of them. All right, I know what y'all waiting for. Y'all waiting for this rundown of this news, and we had a lot of it. So we're talking about voting. We're talking about we're needing volunteers to vote. Someone asked again if I would share with you the numbers. And again, this was as of April the 12th, 2023. 11,000 teens turn 18 years old each day. By November 2024, we can have 6 million new voters. That's why we're joining other organizations to have this voter registration drive continuously. And then someone else asked if I could recap how we tweaked our mission. You remember, and I'm gonna try to remember what it used to say. It used to say News in Motion is a grassroots media outlet with aggregated news. See, I forgot it already because I had to get it out of my mind. With relevant commentary, a call to action mixed with inspirational message. It has changed, and I have to read it because I'm still learning a new one. To News in Motion is a media outlet that provides citizens with the opportunity to become more engaged in civic life through headline news, voter education, and a call to action, all with an inspirational message. It is a grassroots movement designed to empower and motivate through informative and engaging content. So it's a little bit longer, but it really does speak to who we are. Y'all, clarity. When you get away and you get your mind straight and you sit down and you sit with God and you hear from God, y'all, I can't even tell y'all. It's on my Instagram if you want to really see what's going on. All right, y'all, we had the indictment. And that case should come to the forefront probably December 2023. And then on Sunday, April the 12th, former governor of Arkansas, Asa Hutchinson, announced his intention to run for the seat of the president of the United States in 2024. He also urged former President Donald Trump to step aside from the race. He's the only one who's come out to say that. In an interview, Asa Hutchinson appealed to Donald Trump to drop from the race after he was recently indicted in New York following an investigation to hush money payment to a porn star. He further said that having a former president being indicted is a sad day for America. Y'all, also, we have Florida Senate, led by Republicans, have passed a bill that prevents most abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy. The bill was approved with a vote of 26-13, and it is expected to be approved by the House of Representatives and sent to the governor's desk for signing. Well, just fast forward, that did happen. The bill has been signed, but right now, Governor DeSantis is now fighting with Mickey Mouse. This is going to be interesting how all of this runs out. The United States Supreme Court has refused to allow West Virginia to enforce a state law that bans transgender athletes from female sports teams at public schools, but a measure that is backed by Republicans across the country targeting the rights of LGBTQ. West Virginia has denied the lower court's request to lift an injunction against the law. But we also have the local government where we were all eyes, I'm sure, were on the television set of the Memphis Three, and two of them were expelled, the two Black men, Justin Jones, and then we also had Justin Pearson. Now, a week later, the Republican state House representative voted to expel them and bring them back. They were sworn back in that following week. There's still a lot of uproar about that. But y'all, if you're wondering why we must vote, here's why we must vote. And if you've been following anything on Twitter, Black Twitter has gone after the Speaker of the House in Tennessee, and they have every receipt that you need. It's like, it's interesting. It's like, know what it is you're about to do, because believe me, somebody's coming for you. So I may not agree with how things were done, but they tagged receipts of him, his wife, his mistress, and everybody else. And I'm thinking, what is going on? But that's what happens. So now he's in the hot seat along with others. They found dirt on every person that was in that voting realm. So that's very interesting. But see, y'all, we need that same energy to get people registered to vote so that we can vote effectively in the 2024 elections. The United States House of Representatives also passed a bill to ban transgender women and girls from competing in women's and girls' school sports. The measure was passed in the House by 219 to 203 votes, but we believe it's going to come to a close. It will never pass the Senate. Now, the Republican representative who introduced the bill, Greg Stoops, said, Democrats, here's his quote, Democrats have regressed so far back, they are willing to erase the rights that women have fought decades to obtain, to elevate biological male to help top the women's podiums. Say what? What did you say? I'm just a little bit confused with that, sir. And I'm confused because you trying to control women's bodies. So make this make sense. Y'all, it's so important that when you're reading articles and you're reading bills and you're reading what's being put out there, understand the language that's being placed. So he used that, he pulled the phrase, he used the words that the Democrats are trying to regress so far back. And that women have fought for decades to have some ownership. Are you serious right now? So y'all, these things sound good. They're a spin. And one thing we're going to do here on News in Motion is make sure we're highlighting the words that are being used so that you have a greater understanding for what's really going on. Y'all, on this past Wednesday, the Montana House of Representatives officially stripped the state's first trans lawmaker of her ability to speak at the legislature. In a 62-38 vote, the GOP majority House Rep Zoe Zimfar, they took her from the floor, the gallery, and they, for the remainder of the session, they have since silenced her. Now she can vote, but she can no longer debate. Yeah, there's something wrong with that. Not only that, we see that more and more people are having these closed door sessions to silence people if they don't want to hear their voice. Now, some of you may say, well, okay, it's okay. No, it's not okay, because we need to hear from different people, their stance and what's going on. We're going to highlight town hall meetings, and we're going to encourage you to go to town hall meetings. We should be able to hear from everyone and their perspective as to what's going on. What's the pulse of their constituents? What's the pulse of the community? What's the pulse of the people who are voting? If people start becoming silenced in the galley and in the chambers, believe you me, we're going to be silenced as well. We don't want silence to happen. We want to be able to effectively hear and respond accordingly. So y'all, now, it's becoming a precedent that was set in Tennessee that we're going to just silence people. We're going to expel them. They even came out and said, well, we could have expelled her, but we didn't. Seriously, that's now going to be a threat that you're going to use to dangle? Or have we become a people in these chambers to say, yeah, the people may have voted for you, but we're going to silence you? There's something wrong with that. That's why we must vote, and we must continuously use our voices, especially in these days. Y'all, the governor of Washington, Jay Inslee, has signed into law a bill to eliminate the state-sanctioned punishment of the death penalty. Aside from the death penalty, Senate Bill 5087 also eliminated other laws, including a measure that allows sterilization as criminal punishment. While signing the bill, he said that he initiated a moratorium against the death penalty in Washington state in 2014, and their rationale for the decision was affirmed by the decision of the state Supreme Court when they invalidated the death penalty statute. Y'all, also, we have the United States Supreme Court who has protected the access to abortion pills by overturning a ruling of the lower court. Now, you may say, what? Well, the reason they're doing it, let's really follow and connect the dots here. Y'all can see I truly have missed all of this. And, I ended my break really last Thursday because I had to gather all this information to share with you. And I had to make sure it made sense. I had to make sure I understood it to be able to share it with all of you. So as I'm reading this, I'm like, wait a minute. You're really now doing this to try to get everyone to like you again, because your credit worthiness is not really working for us, because the characteristics and the personalities and everything that's coming out, you got people making deals, you got judges who didn't sell property and all of a sudden they sold property, and then there's 22 cases that came before the Supreme Court, and the 22 cases came from the law firm who bought your property. What deal was being made for that to happen? And then you voted in favor of this corporation 22 times. Really? See, we got to follow the dots and connect everything. So yeah, you're going to throw us a bone with the abortion pills, but then you want us to hide the fact that Clarence Thomas been on yachts, been on some serious vacation, stayed at some serious cabins, and we don't want to deal with that, but we have to deal with that. So y'all, breaking news, the U.S. Senate has just unveiled a bipartisan bill that, if signed into law, will require the U.S. Supreme Court to create and implement new code conduct for all justices. The bill proposed that the Supreme Court implement a code of conduct within a year of its enactment and published on the court's website. It mandates the court to designate a person to handle complaints regarding violations of the new code and give the court the authority to conduct investigations to determine if any justice or staff member has violated federal law or codes of conduct affecting the administration justice. Well, we don't have that. That's not already in place. They just going willy-nilly on us. And that person needs to be a nonpartisan, just like that parliamentarian in the chambers. That needs to be a nonpartisan person that says you're not following the code of conduct, because right now we can't trust any of you. Because all of you doing something. Y'all write y'all's own laws. There's something wrong with that bill. And there's something wrong with how everything came out. It's just something's wrong with it, y'all. There's just something wrong with it. Then we had last week, United States President Joe Biden has finally announced his intention to run for office of president of 2024. And yes, Kamala Harris is on the ticket. Vice President Kamala Harris is on the ticket alongside him. Now, it's interesting because people want to bring in his age, and we even have Nikki Haley predicting that he'll be dead in 5 years. Say, what? We do that? Now, didn't you, Nikki, have a problem with Don Lemon, who's since been fired on CNN because he said that you were past your prime and you're going to tell somebody they're going to die in 5 years? What? Why are we doing this? Now, I don't care how old he is. I don't. This is what we have. Not excited about it, but hey, look, I have two things. Joe that's given me some peace over the past couple of years, or the former guy who's been indicted, who's also in court with Jean Carroll for you know, she says that he raped him. We don't know. She's that he raped her. We don't know. We're still seeing all this come out, but she's standing strong, and I'm paying attention. And then you have classified documents, and you have all these other things going on. And this is what we have to remember, y'all. The president of the United States, that administration picks judges, federal judges that decides on our bodies, Supreme Court justices that make decisions about our bodies, voting rights, and all types of other things. Give me somebody who has a level head. That's where we are. And yes, y'all don't care what the headline said, but Tucker Carlson was fired. Y'all know that was a part of the whole settlement with Fox News and Dominion voting machines. Y'all know, I don't care how they say it, he was fired. That was a part of the settlement to shut him down, to get him up out of here. So y'all, all of that is happening. We have the debt ceiling. They're playing games on the Republican side. They think they're in control, but yet they want to get rid of so much. And that's really going to wipe away or really stronghold those who are marginalized and already oppressed people and already people who are living in poverty. Y'all pay attention to the wording and what's being said. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. And then Jack Smith isn't having it with Ted Cruz. No. The department's special counsel, Jack Smith, has requested copies of the audio recording of Ted Cruz's plot to decertify Biden's win. You didn't think somebody had a copy of that, Ted? Ted, you got to get with it. Y'all, the request for evidence was made to Fox News producer Abby Grossberg. The recordings, the source. They just kind of, they just called it a big, what deal. And so people are waiting for that. Y'all, the recording is out there, and Ted Cruz is beginning to sweat just a little bit. Let me see what some of you are saying. I gave y'all a big recap, and I didn't even bring everything in there. Y'all having conversations with each other, and I love it. Yes. I see all of y'all. Kim says Clarence is crooked, and that's been known since he was nominated. Marion said that should have been in place years ago. Yvonne, it's so good to see you back here. I'm choosing peace over chaos. I'm with you on that. Jeff also says, but not one Dem voted for the plan. Not one. And Kim Edmondson says, you're busted, Ted. You're busted. Y'all, everything I just shared with you, I intentionally pulled out that type of news to talk about and to strengthen the reasons why we must vote. We must vote. We have to pay attention. We need to understand this is not a popularity contest. Now, there were some Democrats who wanted there to be a primary, but other Democrats shut that down. They said, we don't have time for mess. So for once, they all got on the same page. Now, is this ticket strong enough? Well, it depends on what the other party will have. This time next year, 2024, we will know who will be that RNC nominee. And the GOP nominee for the RNC convention. We have to pay attention. So it takes us now to begin to educate people. That's why we're needing these volunteers to help with voter registration. We will have a complete packet to give you if you want to sign up to serve as one of the volunteers for voter registration. Our goal is not to tell people how to vote. So we will have all of that outlined. The goal is to get them excited and eager to vote and to make sure they vote when it's time for them to vote. Y'all, the inspirational message, and then we're out of here, is called Trust and Have Faith. Trust and have faith. Y'all, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Y'all, trust with all your heart. That's everything you have. With all of your heart, you have to trust. You cannot half trust. You're either all in or you're all out. So trust in the Lord with all your heart, with everything that you have. Lean not to your own understanding. One thing, when I was on break, I asked for 4 things. I said, God, I'm asking for the gift of wisdom. I'm asking for your gift of discernment. I'm asking for your gift of understanding, and I'm asking for your gift of power. Let me break those down. God, no longer am I going to ask for specific things in that way. There was a time and a season for that, and that time and season may come back. But right now, God, I just want wisdom, because wisdom is going to answer everything you need me to know. God, give me the wisdom before I make a decision. Give me the wisdom before I speak. Give me the wisdom before I interact with people. Lord, give me wisdom. Then give me discernment. Let me know, God, who I need to be with, who I need to not be with, who I need to make business connections with. Give me the discernment as if this is a good plan or a bad plan. God, give me understanding as to why you're leading me one direction or not. And God, give me your power. When I ask for power, I'm also asking for your strength, your grace, and your mercy. Y'all, that has been my prayer all of April. And it's amazing how God has given me clarity and have opened my mind to things I never would have considered or thought. He showed me where to back off of some things. He showed me where to cut loose of some things. He showed me how to zone in and to be patient. Y'all, I fell asleep on the beach like, hello. And that doesn't happen quite often. I had a blast. I'm kind of mad that my suntan's already starting to fade. But anyway, I had a blast. God answered many prayers. Also, have faith as small as a mustard seed. Now, it may not make sense, but you really can't see a mustard seed. And God taught me how to have that kind of faith. So even now, I get home, and I don't mind sharing this. I think my brother and my sister both on here. I get home, what happens? You know, the enemy wants to kind of mess up your peace. So I get home just and having a great time, get a phone call from my parents' home. What's happening? My mom is back in that cycle again. So she's back in the hospital. And I said, okay, but I'm going to stay in peace, God, because I trust you with all my heart, and I have faith as small as a mustard seed. My siblings probably wondering what's going on with me. They're like, are you going? No, I'm not doing that right now. No, can't do that. I'm praying though, but I can't do that. Y'all, and there's nothing wrong with that. God showed me that there's no room for guilt or shame. Nothing. Y'all, it was amazing. If you sit still long enough with God, you'd be amazed as to what he will show you. When I was sitting with God, this is before I learned about my mom. When I was sitting with God, like past memories was coming back. And I was like, where's this coming from? And I thought they were coming to stress me out. But God showed me what I wasn't looking at. He said, this had to happen so that this could happen. This could have happened, but I didn't allow it to happen. And he showed me that guilt and shame has no place. And we all, every last single one of us, have made mistakes in our past. Y'all got clarity. I can get excited even talking about it. But y'all, with all of that, we are back. We are excited to be back. We are excited to share with you. Our e-news is back today as well. The morning edition comes out at 8:15. The evening edition will come out at 6 p.m. We're excited about that. Y'all, we're also excited, although it's going to make some of you say, oh no, don't do that. We decided that the membership's not worth it for us. And we've tried it. We've tried different things. We tried Patreon. That didn't work. We tried this, and we gave y'all so much content. Y'all were getting 20, 30 pages of content, of journals with videos. And y'all, my hours to that was probably about 20 hours putting all that together or more. And it just wasn't working. So we are done with the membership. There'll be things that we will add to the e-newsletter that's just going to be free to you. That was something else God showed me. He said, just give it to him. Just give it to him. He said, I got you. Just give it to them. So that's what I'm doing. All right, y'all. Again, we are so excited to be back. We will see you on tomorrow, and pray, because we're trying to decide if we're keeping it Monday through Thursday. This is one question God hasn't answered yet. Or if we're going to change it from Tuesday to Wednesday. We're not sure. So pray with us. We will let you know ahead of time. And if you don't mind, put in a thread right now. Do y'all like Monday through Thursday? Or should we take it from Tuesday to Wednesday? Let us know in the chat. And we want to hear from you. Maybe that's why we didn't answer that already. So we want to hear from you. Do y'all like Monday through Thursday? Or does it become overwhelming with all the headline news and what it is that we're doing? Or should we shorten this to Tuesday and Thursday? We want to hear from you. Put it in the chat. Until tomorrow, y'all, I am Gail Dudley. This has been News in Motion. We are so glad to be back. We'll see you in the morning at 7:25 a.m. on YouTube, y'all. Go to YouTube, which is youtube.com/Gail Dudley. And y'all are rolling up in here. I need Monday through Thursday. Cherie said Monday through Thursday. Kim Edmondson said that I need Monday through Thursday. Rosanna, Monday through Thursday. Stephanie, Monday through Thursday. Y'all are cracking me up. Jeffrey Allen James said Monday through Saturday. That ain't happening. And Marion said, I need that good Christian woman coming here talking about praying with you for direction of News in Motion. Thank you for praying. Y'all, we are so excited. We are so excited. Y'all have no idea. But anyway, we're out of here. Until tomorrow, y'all. Y'all know what I say. Stay well. And remember, make some bold moves. We're out.